Alright, welcome aboard, guys. Just a simple little trip out to the post office. Oh look, he's backing up without being prompted. Or without being pushed. Excellent. Alright, so anyway, it should be just a quick drive. 2 kilowatt hours used. 12 miles. Alright, so just try it. This is what a typical city drive would be like, I think. At least in Lago Vista it would be. Oops. Except the mailbox moved. Yeah, it didn't move. Whatever. Okay, mirrors out. Excellent. Alright, so anyway. That's what's up. Actually, it should probably be just a regular long format. I mean, it should be short enough. Whatever. Current drive 1,100 or watt hours per mile, although it's already down to 890. Slowing down for the gravel. Okay. Yes, so it's very quickly coming down. Oh, what? Yeah, you would have to say that, wouldn't you? Okay. That'll throw off the watt hour per mile calculation, but otherwise fine. Okay. Zoom. Lions in Ohio State. Uh-oh. Whatever, I mean, Texas is a very diverse state, man. No, come on. Whoa, that looks really dark there. Alright. Welcome back to sort of long format, although I've already said it. I think I'll just publish the whole video. Lizzie told me how far it is. It's like 11 minutes. So overall the video should be around 20-25 minutes if I do the whole thing. So I think I'll stick with that. What's the chances? I know that there's a lady on across the street. She's out there waiting for her kid to be dropped off by the bus. Seems kind of silly. I mean, if you already have your car running, you can easily go pick up a kid yourself. But whatever. Oh no! Oh, Travis County office is going to be closed Monday. I wonder why. And here it is Friday afternoon at 3:29. And you're finally getting around to it? You make it sound like as if it's a surprise to you. And yes, what is that? Oh, the reason why I don't allow Amber Alerts on my phone is because they'll pop in at any hour announcing that somebody's been is some kind of concern, and it's as far south or west or north as I can go in Texas to get to that place. You know, why are you even bothering to tell me this? Okay, well, I could go faster. Yes, that red car is in front of me, but the Rainbow Road's not touching him yet. Uh-oh, look out, look out, look out, look out. But it's an Infinity, right? Wow. Looks like we made may be going under a thunderstorm warning before too long. Well, I saw a couple of lightning strikes. Whatever, we'll see. Oh, so I was watching Randy Kirk, and he was talking about doing publicity stunts, right? So he was talking about having Elon, and I can't really imagine Elon doing this, but because there's so many things going on, right? But his suggestion was Elon get in a robo-taxi and go across the country, the United States of America, with FSD unsupervised, just demonstrating that it could be done. I appreciate what he's trying to say, but that sounds a bit nuts to me. On the other hand, there is a group who kind of already have done this. I'm not sure how much they did with FSD. Okay? But what they're doing is they're having a race between various EVs, and there was one gas powered car involved as well, which did win overall. But I think the third place was the Tesla Model 3 with FSD installed on it. Like I said, I'm not sure how much they did with FSD on. I don't recall who all was in that car. But anyway, that's Out of Spec Studios. It was called the I-95 Surge or something like that. So, in some ways, it's been sort of done. Although I think their position was it was more efficient for them to do it rather than letting FSD Tesla do it. But whatever. Going back the other way, as much as I think Randy's being a bit corny, I like what his idea is. You know, publicity stuff. Let's go do it. Yes. And don't worry about. He's talking about all those other things you can do. No, don't bother with any of that. Just go do it. I mean, there's no way I could do that drive. Although if you had FSDs unsupervised, but how are you going to charge? Right? It always comes back to that, right? Now, if they had wireless charging, put the wireless charging pack onto my car, yeah, let's go. And have Tesla set up those wireless charging places. I mean, my car is plug and charge. It's this car actually. So I mean, we could do it. Actually, Out of Spec does team 3 members on a team. So I think in some teams it was more one key guy was really focused on it and one stay awake most of the time. That'd actually be a cool idea to go do it. What would I need to do it? was it, about 2.5 days of driving. But they started from the Starbucks headquarters. Now, I'm sure Tesla would have different concerns. I mean, if you were to start out from Fremont, right? Start out from the Fremont factory, and what Randy was suggesting, go to Buffalo. Although Buffalo's not exactly on the coast. So the I-95 surge was it 95? No, I-90. Sorry, I'm misspeaking. I-90 surge went from Starbucks headquarters to the USS Constitution parking lot. Now, what exactly they had to do to get permission to park there, I don't know. They probably had to pay for a certain number of parking spaces. I think there may have been time of day concerns as well. Because what they did a summary, so to speak, with all the cars there. I don't know, is it possible? I think I would want to do this in what, late September? Just to keep the temperatures relatively cool. But yeah, you could do it. You betcha. What time is it? 3:37? I didn't have the intent of testing school zones, active school zones. I mean, to tell you the truth, when I saw the I-90 surge, I'm like, wow, that's cool. I think it's close to 9 hours of video. Of course, they didn't have wireless charging, so they'd have to pull into a parking space and plug in and charge up. I think the way they kind of worked it was one guy's doing the driving, one guy's doing record keeping and video recording, and one person was supposed to take a break, take a nap. I'll have to go back and look and see what they ended up with. I don't know. I wonder, are you crazy enough to do this? Oh man. I don't know. Let's see. They had another guy who was driving a Model S, which I think was actually Kyle's Model S. Okay, so he is going to do this again. Why? Why do you want to go down 1431? I don't know. Navigation says we're going to Bronco Lane. Alright, so the brilliance of FSD has struck again. He just can't get over it. So there's that private road. It's right across from your post office. Goes down to 1431. Sounds cool to do it, but oops, it's closed. Navigation's picked up on it, apparently. Okay, he doesn't have anything saying you can't do it, but You can't do it. Okay. You know, that's what I was talking about at Interstellar. You have this conflict between navigation and FSD, and who's going to win? And this is the same kind of conflict. You're right. I was thinking I should allow him to go for it, so to speak. Nobody thinks it's 25 miles an hour here. But that is the law. So I want to have a Corvette behind me. Okay. Yep, Kun's still out there. Okay. He wants to go in this way. Okay, let him go. See if you can figure out something over here. Not that this is where I'm going. Okay. Okay, let's interrupt him. Alright, so I don't know if you saw it coming in, but he's pulling into a handicapped parking space. And it looks like he got confused by that. He got confused by something. So his Rainbow Road is going all over the place trying to figure out something. Alright. So that takes care of that need. Yeah, sure. I'm just stopping at a stop sign. Hope that's okay with you. Maybe he didn't expect people to stop at a stop sign. Alright, that should be a pretty clear view right there. That's closed. Okay. Alright, so this section is going to be driven manually. I have some clothes I need to drop off at their drop box. Whoa! Okay. What's the point of driving an SUV if it doesn't give you more visibility or more view? Let's see, what is that? Is that the school zone? Sure looks like it's a school zone sign. Speed limit 45 ahead. Yes, school zone is active. Is there a truck here? All right. Let's see. 7.6 miles, 1.9 kilowatt hour. 1.9? 19 minutes, 243.4 watt-hours per mile. Alright, put in for home. Can I make that turn? Let's see what he does. He says he's going to make that turn. Oh, there's just enough space. Okay. Just enough. I have no idea why that pickup was sitting there. Okay, so school zone is indeed active, but whatever. He switched to the inside lane. We could go. What? Yes. Let's take a look at that. It's moving away from us. That's what I think that says. And yes, it doesn't even look that way. Okay, whatever. What time is it? 3:47. I'll get home just, whoa! Just before the news comes on, I guess. Or right as it's coming on. Sorry, I just out of the corner of my eye, I saw this F-150, and it was like, he's really curling towards me. But his point was he's trying to get the trailer out of the other lane. Seems like there were other choices he could have made, but okay. Come on. Oh, we're gonna get the red light again? Oh man. Okay, our trip, 7.7 miles. Wow. 240.7 watt-hours per mile. What's the temperature? Temperature says 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So by last year's high school schedule, their school zone won't be active yet. I think it was 4:05 maybe? I forgot exactly what the time was. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. Free fill dirt. There is rain out to the west as well. It's supposed to be related to a cold front that more or less is coming through. caution. Okay. Looks like somebody's going to pick up the elementary school kid. Oh, there's houses up there too. Or homes. Oh, that car's still there. Could bring it here. Yes, I could. I wasn't looking. Was it active? Oops. I want to say no, it wasn't. Just running. Okay, let's get up a little bit. Yep, looks clear. Oh, come on. So slow up this hill. Okay, human driver foot on accelerator. Push him up the hill a little bit. Oh yes, that's a personal thing, right? Although, really, when you're doing 27 and 35 zone, I mean, I don't know why you're going so slow. Do you know why you're going so slow? Whoa. Oh, I wonder if they built up their... I think there was a ramp on that building. Coming up to the front door. I wonder if they... So it used to be sort of a church. I'm not sure how much of a church it was, so I didn't go there. Okay. But I guess what I'm saying is at least half of the floor space was this open space that they could use to store some golf carts. I guess. Okay, human driver foot accelerator. And now you're going a bit too fast. Yeah. Well, he's going within the max speed. FEMA assistance. Really? It's to the point where, like, that's what I was saying earlier about the Amber Alerts. All the Amber Alerts they send out, that you're waking me up in the middle of the night for what? Nothing critical to me. So, disable Amber Alerts. This, we're getting close to block these people. This is actually the city of Lago Vista. I mean, why? Why do you keep insisting on texting me? But you don't understand. But the flood happened east of here and west of here. It didn't happen in my backyard. And by texting me to death, you're pushing me in a position where I'm going to block you. And then what happens when you have a critical text to send out? Like, you've turned the water off. You know, that's the thing, right? When you're texting all the time, you're desensitizing, and sometimes you're pushing somebody to a position where they're just going to block you. So try to be communicating something. Okay. Welcome to American. Oops, I didn't interrupt. Like I said, it's going to be a whole thing. They're still running flags at half-mast? Yeah, I noticed this guy here. I thought he put in lights, but there's no light at night. You're not supposed to fly the American flag without a light on it in the dark. Now, yes, it's just a code, but, you know, if you're running a U.S. flag because you're patriotic, then you should be patriotic about it. Interesting, isn't it? Slow down going this way. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. And yes, what is this? 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yes, the air conditioning is running a little bit. Come on. Come on. All right. Trips. 6.7 miles, 14 minutes, 137.8 watt-hours per mile. Yes, we're going downhill coming into Lago Vista. The total trip, 14.2 miles, 2.6 kilowatt hours. And since the last charge was 2.8, so it's not too far off. Average energy, 185.4 watt-hours per mile. So for that 14-mile trip, 185.4, that's pretty decent, right? I like to think so. All right, anyway, there you go. The only thing, I really have to slam FSD on, and I hate it when he does this. Right? You know, you guys at Tesla are going to have to figure this out. Who's in control here? I assume that the reason why we're going to go up First Street, the Bronco Lane, is because the road you used to take is now closed. But FSD, being smarter, wants to get on 1431, presumably to turn up there. You know, who's in charge? Anyway, that's just a minor navigation thing. So the gray today would be a B, and we'll leave it at that. Otherwise, yeah, sure, it was mostly good. Now, coming through the school zone, we didn't actually pass a school zone sign indicating the school zone was active. It looked like they took the sign down. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure if a cop was out there on the street, they would have given out a ticket. But I was following another car, and that car was doing 42. Or at least my car indicated he was doing 42. I don't know. Whatever. Peace and harmony. Yes, that is the critical part. From a cost perspective, whether it's 2.8 or 2.7, just rounded up to 3, so that's 33 cents. 33 cents energy, but it's 14 miles, so that's $15 if I was running Robotaxi, which is probably kind of high considering you can get a pickup bus for $1.50 or $1.10. Okay, something's gonna have to give there. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony.